Let's talk about some swords. Alright guys, today we're actually going to be going over one of my favorite games ever, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Now, in this game, I've been playing it a lot recently on stream, and a lot of people have been asking me where I got the Blade Sword, which if you don't know is a katana-style sword that a lot of people seem to have interest in. A lot of people actually believe that what I was using was the Ebony Sword. However, the Ebony Sword is quite different from the Blade Sword. Now here, I'll show you side-by-side comparison. So here is the Blade Sword, and then here is the Ebony Sword. Now the Blade Sword is actually a single-handed weapon, and the Ebony Sword is a dual-handed weapon. So there's some various, differences between the two. I personally prefer one-handed weapons, so I like to use the Blade Sword if I want to use a katana-like weapon. I'm going to be guiding you through this process step by step with every single thing that you need to do before you get this sword. Without any further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, here we have a brand new save file, and we actually used a mod to skip the beginning sequence, and we're just going to get right going. So as you guys can see, we've just left Helgen through the first dungeon, I think is what it's called, and we're just going to head all the way over to Riverwood as soon as we can, so we can talk to Gerdur in Riverwood, who is Raloff's sister. Alright guys, as you can see, we just arrived in Riverwood, and now all that is left to do is get moving and go talk to Gerdur. They should take care of those wolves. Yeah, so now we just gotta head over here. She's normally here if you come here, and she's just gonna be, just gotta talk to her and say Raloff can help you out. Now, after you talk to her, she's going to give you a quest, and you need to go talk to the Jarl of Whiterun. And Whiterun is a little bit further ways away. You just got to walk all the way this way to Whiterun. It's not too far, just down the stream, and then you're there. So we're going to head over to Whiterun, and we're going to talk to the Jarl, who's then going to give us another quest, and it's going to be like this for a good while of taking quests and that sort of thing. Alright guys, there it is. That's Whiterun. It's quite large and pretty hard to miss, so I'm guessing most of you guys will be able to find it with pretty much ease. Alright guys, we're here at Whiterun, and we're just going to head up this little pathway to the front gate, at which point the guard is going to prompt us with some questioning on, why we're coming to Whiterun and what our reasoning for being here is, and we just have to, this is really up to you. Yep, so then you just head inside, and it shouldn't take too long to load up. And then you're gonna head all the way through Whiterun to the back where the castle is. Now this castle, or more like a hall, is called Dragon's Reach, and up at Dragon's Reach is where the Jarl sits, and you just need to have a conversation to him, and then he will prompt you with a new quest, at which point you'll go do that, and then so on and so forth. And really, this is just a pattern of, the main storyline that you have to go through. And then it's really easy to miss, but you just see the sword on the wall in one of the places that you go. Once you reach the Jarl, this lady is going to, ask you some questions and stuff. And really, you can say whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. But you just need to talk to the Jarl, go through the questions. Alright, then these two guys are going to have a little conversation, and then you'll get a new quest, and then you'll move on. Alright, now these guys will tell you that you need to go to Bleak Falls Barrow and retrieve the Dragonstone, and that is just on the mountain over here, and that is going to be your first really difficult dungeon that you need to complete, and it's not too bad. It might take you 1 or 2 tries, but once you get through that, you'll be able to come back and give him the Dragonstone. Alright guys, now once you reach Bleak Falls Barrows, there are going to be many bandits waiting for you here, and it's going to be a little difficult maybe your first couple of times, but you just need to defeat these guys and then head on in. Alright guys, now once you clear out everyone out here, you're just going to head inside. You can also sneak around them if that's what you want to do, and head into the Bleak Falls Temple. Alright guys, once you're inside the temple, there's going to be more bandits waiting for you, and all you need to do is defeat these bandits, There's some extra stuff there if you want to grab that. Alright, all you need to do is kill all the bandits, you know, fight off any enemies that are inside, make your way to the end, and then bring the Dragonstone back to the court wizard, Farengar. Alright guys, now once you make your way through the temple and all the way on to this section of the gate thing that you need to get through, it's pretty simple. A lot of people are actually quite confused with this, and once you obtain the golden claw, you just need to take a look at it. And you can see the pattern right on the palm right there. So it goes owl, butterfly, polar bear. So then you just need to owl, butterfly, polar bear. It's pretty simple. Good rule of thumb is to just activate both rings twice, and then you're done. Activate the keyhole, and you're in. Now this is going to bring you into the final room where you're going to be fighting the boss of Bleak Falls Barrows, which is just a Draugr Overlord, I believe. Nothing too hard. You're also going to absorb the Word of Power, which will bear relevance later on in the story. So you're just going to go through and kill him, and then what you can do is you can search him, you get the Dragonstone, you get a very nice sword, and some extra little stuff to, you know, make up for all the trouble you went through. Also in this chest you're going to find some goodies as well. You're going to take those and, you know, anything else that you might find as spoils of your dungeon crawling. And then for a quick and easy exit, you're just going to head up these stairs and out. There's going to be a secret passage out to Skyrim. Alright guys, now once you get out of Bleak Falls Barrows, you're just going to fast travel back to Dragon's Reach, and you're going to head in there and talk to the court wizard and get your next quest. Alright, yep, just go back and talk to the court wizard. And it's going to, once you head up to the Jarl, it's going to take you through this whole sequence, and we'll just skip through all that really quickly. Alright, after they're done talking, you're just going to leave and you're going to head towards the watchtower where the dragon is. And once you defeat this dragon, it's going to prompt you to go talk to the Greybeards. And this is where you really start getting into the story. Alright, once you make it out of Whiterun, you can, well, you can steal a horse, you can walk there. It really doesn't matter either way. And you're going to head over to this watchtower and meet up with the people in trouble. Now once you make it to the watchtower, you're going to head inside, you're going to head to the top, and then the dragon will come and attack, and that's when you have to fight the dragon. Now all in all, this is a pretty exciting and fun fight, so just have fun with it and really just, you know, experience the first dragon fight. Alright guys, once you guys, you know, kill the dragon, you're going to go over here and investigate it, and then suddenly you're going to begin absorbing its soul. Now this is a power unique to the main character, who is called the Dragonborn, and that's going to be a big part of the main story. But we're going to skip over any big story parts just to, you know, spare you any spoilers. So after you kill the dragon and, you know, use your shout for the first time, do what you gotta do, you're going to head back to the Dragon's Reach Castle, and then you're going to talk to the Jarl again. After you talk to the Jarl again, you're going to be prompted with a new quest, and so on and so forth. After you talk to the Jarl, you're going to get a new quest called the Way of the Voice, and you're going to have to go talk to the Greybeards, who are on top of the huge mountain, and that's quite a trek to go through. And there's really no way around it. You just have to fast travel closest you can to it, and then work your way up the mountain. Alright guys, now once you make it to High Hrothgar, you're just going to head in, and then you're going to learn a bunch of stuff about the story, and we're just going to skip past this because I don't want there to be any spoilers for anyone who hasn't, you know, played through the story yet at all. Alright guys, so once you finish up all the stuff you need to do on High Hrothgar, it's going to then lead you to retrieve the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller in Ustengrav. So then you're just going to head over to that, and you're going to complete that. And then, after some story-related items, it's going to take you to, I believe, Riverwood. And then we will meet back up, and I will show you what to do from there. But first off, though, you need to head to Ustengrav and do that, so I'll show you what that looks like. Alright guys, now once you've made it to Ustengrav and you've head inside, you just need to make your way through this dungeon and then get all the way to the end, and then you will be directed to a new quest. Guys, once you reach the end of the dungeon, you're gonna get this, and you're actually gonna see a mysterious note. And this really doesn't have anything to do with the story, so don't worry about spoilers or anything. But you can loot all you want, and then you just head out that backdoor exit, loot, and then you should be able to fast travel back to Riverwood and then meet with the leader of the Blades. As you can see, you now have a new mission where you need to meet with whoever took the horn, so you're just going to fast travel back to Riverwood. And right now I'm going to show you step by step how to get there. Alright guys, once you make your way to Riverwood, you're just going to head to the inn, and that's where the person who took the horn is going to be. So make your way towards the inn. Alright guys, now once you make your way towards the inn, you're just going to head on in, pun intended. And yeah, so you're just going to head in to the place, and then you're going to talk with this girl, and you're actually going to ask for the attic room. And she's going to direct you into this room, at which point she's going to also enter, and you're going to exchange some dialogue, and essentially she's just going to lead you to a back room where she's going to have this little armory, and it's going to talk more about the story. That's really not important, and I'd really like for you guys to experience for yourselves, and I think that's really important, is that you experience the story for yourselves. It's an amazing story. Yeah, so you're just going to follow her, and yeah. You're going to complete some quests, and then you're going to have some other quests to do, but that's not important for right now. Right now, we're just trying to figure out how to get the katana or the blade sword. So she's going to tell you to shut the door. And yep, since the door's shut, she actually didn't say it that time. But yeah, here we are. And this is where she's going to have a conversation with you, but that's not what's important. What's important is walking over to the armory over here. You've got a steel sword, which is a good sword. You can take that as well. You've got the Orcus Greatsword, another great sword, pun intended, and then the Blade Sword, and that's what we're here for, the Blade Sword. So if you go over to items now, go over to weapons, you've got all three of these, but most importantly, you've got the Blade Sword, which is a katana style blade that is really easy to get early on, and also just very good and very awesome looking, to be honest. Yeah. So that's all I have for today. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. And if you want to check me out on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/gfrush, and I'm live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday around 4 p.m. EST. That varies occasionally. I like to stream on the weekends too. But yeah, I hope this tutorial will help you guys find some really cool and neat stuff. I'm hoping with coming out with more of these. And yeah, have fun with the Blade Sword. It's a really cool sword. Alright, peace out guys.